Hey everybody, it's Emily Parker with RE/MAX Executive and Sonya Morgan with SJ Morgan Private Lending Exchange. And she does all the creative loans. So if you have a unique situation, or even if you're normal and you just want to get a really good loan with a really good rate, she is who you talk to. So we are talking about renovation loans because with the market shift, we're seeing a lot of new creative opportunities since it's not quite as crazy of like a seller's market right now. Buyers have more opportunity to use creative loans. So at least that's what I'm seeing. So I wanted to get her advice and information if you are looking at a home that might need some updates or upgrading or repairs or any of that sort. This might be the great opportunity or the way to go. So take it away.
Thanks. So creative financing is obviously we just look at your situation and make sure that we're fitting you with the very best loan, and we have the most products out there, so we can do that. So I'm super thankful to talk about our rehab loans today. And so, and I've been using them with my clients mostly on purchases, not so much on fixing the house up on a refinance, because most people just do a cash out refinance. But they're really exciting to use on purchases because what happens is when you go to purchase a home, sometimes the lender who's going to give you a loan, who we would broker to, says to that home because doesn't have any carpet, doesn't have flooring, has
the paint's peeling,
has health and safety issues. And so that's kind of been the number one reason I've been using rehab loans. But then also, I don't know, Emily, do you have clients sometimes that go into a house and are like, I would love this house if it didn't have this bathroom, or if the bathroom wasn't pink tub and pink toilet, or things like that. And so renovation loans are great for those types of things. And my son personally bought a home in the last year using a renovation loan, which was super helpful for him because the house was in probate, which meant the seller couldn't do any repairs, and the bank wouldn't put a loan on it unless the repairs were done. And so the renovation loan was great. And so at SJ Morgan, we have conventional rehab loans, VA rehab loans, USDA rehab loans, and then the FHA one that everybody's kind of normally been using, but they're really not difficult. I think people think that rehab loans are difficult, and they're not. And so I can talk a little bit about what the process of a rehab loan is, but just exploring, I'm kind of curious, like in your mind, when you're out as a realtor, who do you think would need a rehab loan? What kind of your clients would need a rehab loan?
Well, I have a VA buyer right now. If you don't know what VA is, that's a veteran loan, and they tend to be a little bit more picky as far as like what kind of house qualifies for a VA loan. And for his price point, a lot of the homes that we're seeing need a lot of work, and they typically wouldn't qualify for a VA loan. But with Sonya's amazing repertoire, I guess, is that the word? Like sure. What you have to offer.
Menu.
Yes, her menu of options. We're able to, it just kind of opened up like a whole new realm of opportunities for my VA buyer, so he can get into something that is in his price range, in his comfort zone, but also he can do repairs, as needed. We haven't found a house yet, but it just opened up like a huge new realm of houses. So
I think it puts the buyer at peace too. Because they know that they're not as limited. And we've had this market. So FHA and VA have health and safety issues. So if there's something wrong with the house that they think is going to be a health issue, they're protecting their borrowers basically. And so VA and FHA have more restrictions. And I have seen, I don't know about you, but I had a lot of escrows this month that were in probate, which just recently, I think because of all of the government shutdowns during COVID, a lot of probate stuff wasn't processed.
It was on pause.
And so because of probate and the way that probate works, and without repairs, being done, what you end up having is all cash buyers needing to buy these homes. And so the conventional, the rehab loans really open that up. And the great thing about even conventional rehab loans is they allow for investors to buy. So if an investor wants to buy like a fourplex and it needs repairs and they don't have the money for repairs. So the nice thing about how rehab loans work is that I'm just gonna use some simple numbers. So you buy a house for $300,000 and you're gonna put in, redo the bathrooms, redo the kitchen, you're gonna do about $50,000 worth of work. Then you would have your $300,000 purchase. You'd write the offer at $300,000. And if you were putting 5% down or 10% down or whatever your down payment is, you put your down payment down, and then you have a contractor provide a a quote, and we would take that quote and turn it into the appraiser.
A licensed contractor, right?
Yeah, so it had to be a licensed,
like bonded,
insured, bonded contractor. They were going to have to fill a lot of paperwork, so even if it's your brother, they have to have all the paperwork to fill out. And so then actually what I would do is once I received that quote, I would then talk to Emily, because she's the professional on like, will all of these repairs actually make the property worth? So say you want to do $50,000 in repairs and you're buying it for $300,000, the house needs to be worth $350,000 when you're done.
Once you're done.
Yeah,
right.
But you still only have to put the 5% down on the $300,000. So that's the great piece of it. It just, you get to have $50,000. So as long as, so then we turn that into the appraiser goes out, as long as it appraises for $350,000, then bam, we get the loan and we're done. And then the loan closes, then the work gets done.
And you said as long as we have all of the paperwork done in a timely manner, this escrow can still be within like 30 to 45 days, correct?
Yes, so 30 days.
Yeah, 30 days.
Yeah. So
which is a normal time frame for an escrow.
Yeah, the big thing, the big piece of it is just that you have to have the contractor bid quick. Right. You know, because you have to, so everybody wants to order that appraisal really fast, and you can't order it until you have the contractor bid. That's the main holdup, honestly.
Yeah.
So, and then on most rehab loans, the repairs, they want to keep them around $50,000, and they don't want them to last longer than 3 months. So you could put in a swimming pool, and you can put in an outdoor barbecue pit. You can put in like what they call luxury items, which on a 105-degree day, a swimming pool is definitely a luxury item. But, so you can do luxury items too, and you can use it for a refinance as well, but they're really super great for purchases, especially when somebody has a minimum down payment, so they only have 5% to put down, but they don't want to buy a house unless there's repairs. So they can go into a neighborhood, buy like the crappy house on the street, which is what you're supposed to do, right?
It is what you're, and that's what I did. And I'm just going to say, I had the opportunity to do this when I purchased last year, and I decided not to do it, and I regret it very much. So
and then one of the things to consider too is that when you start construction on your home, when you're in a construction phase, you cannot get a loan.
Right.
Like, I mean, I suppose you probably could get a rehab construction loan. You could actually.
Still?
Yeah.
Oh.
We're going to talk
after this.
I mean, because it's in just repair. So yeah. So anyways, so because they're really great loans, and they do open up a lot of opportunity for borrowers. Even like my son, it was at a time when there were a lot of offers on properties, and it helped him to get into a property that he would not have been able to purchase otherwise. And he had minimal repairs, like $7,000 or $8,000 of repairs. It was pretty minimal, but
we had like 70,000.
Yeah, it's different. She went for the full Monty, like her rehab there. So that's good though. You should be able to live your dreams. Like you buy your dream home and you want it to be the way that you want it. This is a product that can help you do that.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, if we didn't answer any questions that you have, or if you'd like to see if it's going to work for you in your situation, please reach out to us. We'd love to help you. And thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Emily.
Yeah, thank you.